Well, Rich, a team that we know well, 6th place in Utrecht. Mahno sisters won a competition in Austria 2022 as well. Funny enough, both 28 years old. She's also a very strong volleyball player. High off the hands again, stays very solid, and Piersma goes in. Piersma makes a block. There's a net touch somewhere else against Piersma, and all of a sudden the Mahno.
I think maybe in Austria they say the Schweine, I guess.
There's a great video from the Flight of the Conchords about her feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Knuckle back to the sideline. Mahno still on 0. They are 5th at the moment, and all of a sudden Backstreet Boys are dropped, and everybody. And let's see how big the Backstreet Boys are in Doha.
All right.
Oh,
favorite Flight of the Conchords song, Louis?
Well, there's a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to think of that as British, but I guess Australian and New Zealand have kind of similarly dry.
Kiwis especially.
Yeah.
Vacevic, join the conversation. If you can bring something else and Fly the Conchords to it, then you're more than welcome. From the centre, knuckle over the top, very strong work.
For now here in Doha, it's business time.
It's business. Only on a Wednesday though. From the right side. Yeah, good gator. Let's go, Miami. Oh.
You would expect nothing less than a good gator from a Floridian.
Absolutely. Oh, netband ace from Punietma. Perfect for them. They're just going to a strong pairing name.
It is very strong and very Miami-ish.
Absolutely.
Big Cuban community down there. Lots of Latinas and Latinos. Just get back to the basics, and you know, once you have a few reps under your belt at this format, you kind of settle into the rhythm a little bit easier.
The star jump knuckle from Mahno. Lovely play into the cut shot area of the court. Wasn't a cut shot really, but tight play. Plunjitma beaten over the top. Mahno's, and this is a key round, Richie, because top 3 are going through. For me, the most important round of these opening phases of play. If you are 4th place here, we will see you again tomorrow for the playoff. And same time, Julius Brink is smiling walking up the stairs, which is slightly worrying. It's either that he's happy with me or he has beef.
That's something I feel like a psychologist would have a field day with, that someone else's elation is troubling to you.
Yeah. Louis, let a psychologist dream.
Yeah.
From the inside, short line, good scoop. Yeah, hand set that ball. That's exactly what you're here for. Set butter in
Asked him how he got into bodybuilding, and he said when he was young, he walked by a full-length mirror with no clothes on, and he saw that one part of his body was significantly larger than the rest, so he had to build up the rest of his body to equal it.
Unbelievable.
I mean, what an unbelievable answer.
And it also explains works both ways.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Service from Lovshin this time. Mahno balls out the back.
Well, we backpedal from the perverse. The Mahnos have put together a nice little stretch here.
Yeah. Mahno's knuckle over top. Good turn from Punietma, but to no avail in the end. Chance this time. Vacevic, Galushkinska. Kotnik beaten that time. Free ball. Let's go. Got the name check as well. Mahno.
Feels like we always see at least one, if not more, rounds like this out of the Mahnos, right? Where they just run off a bunch of points in pretty quick succession.
Suffer that, Piersma, from with love from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Short balls again, bringing the block into. Kotnik says, I don't fancy it. Kotnik's completely right in that judgment, and can she transition? No. Too sat in that main angle from her. Mahno's made a good read there. Kortnik might play the 2-ball, but the first ball's not quite there. Over the top, sees the angle, and out.
Yeah, that's the right decision, wrong execution, right? Perfectly seen, just barely missed that corner.
This is like the Fischer remix that we didn't know we wanted. Same can't be said about my jeans at the moment. See, Julius Brink doesn't post the photos he's got of me. Let's go, Mahno. Big slap, slapping the base. The Mahnos.
Certainly slapping the end line in any event.
Yeah. Slapping the base. Coming in short. Chi from the right side. Just turning it back from a straight approach. Ukrainian fans loving that Southern California beach volleyball vibe thing that you lot have got going on. Popov, Reznik. We know Big Rez and Popov. Toch, team that we know well with his new youngster, Christian Fokarots, who's just been killing at a youth level, and they're close to doing some good things, that team. Varenhorst Immers, was good to see big Christian Varenhorst back here, struggling with some niggles, also become a father, and then Ahmed and the Sheriff. Most entertaining team for many. And the Mahnos 1-1-0. Remember, team here who make 15 points come away as the winners. We're in a good spot. And every team's going to be happy, Richie, because if you give any of this team in this format, hey, you're going to make the top 3 and you're going to make the semis, everyone would bite your arm off.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive.
The phrase "bite your arm off." Yeah, I owe that one to my mum, actually. She uses that phrase. Okay, bump. Looking for the second ball. And Lovsin starting from the middle, just getting a little run on behind the ball. It's interesting, the jump floating techniques, Richie. Like, you got the German way where you try and pop up and get as much height as you can and send it flat, or you get a little bit more weight behind the ball, so to speak, to try and get a little bit more speed.
Yeah, it is, as you say, there's lots of ways to skin a cat. I like to think about it, you know, in terms of placement.
That's Piersma. That's when you say that you've been thrown under a bus, that's probably a good picture to show. And I'm not calling any of the Mahnos a bus, that's not the idea. I'm just saying that there's no way out of that when the set's as tight as it was.
Yeah, it still takes some good discipline on the block, which they showed there, and a great slap down on that tight set by Mahno.
Discipline for the win. Knuckle over top. Piersma has seen that really early, read it like a pamphlet, and turned it back to the...
You can do a lot of things in the golf swing. There's only a couple critical positions where you have to be kind of in a certain position, right? Like at contact and all that kind of stuff. Same thing is true of beach volleyball. There's all kinds of tactics you can employ, but some of the concepts are the same, you know, converting your opportunities. And then, you know, then it just becomes how you go about getting to those positions or accomplishing those things, right?
Something similar like that. There are trump cards. If you're Robbie and Alex and you contact the ball high, it's a trump card over somebody who's, again, I'm using Robbie and Alex as a blooming
Sure.
But exactly the same. Like, Furyks could have a bit of a different swing, but as long as they contact the ball and the swing plane is X, then the ball's going to go Y.
Now you say trump card.
Richard, at Richie USA, if you want to contest any of this.
Yeah. If you want to talk politics and or religion, hit me up at, yeah.
Come on, Plun. Yeah, that's not Plun's highest vertical that we've seen from her. I compared to me. I think tennis would be a little bit too much.
2 minutes.
Too much movement, you think?
Yeah, I'm currently out of breath brushing my teeth. So, yeah, one foot in front of the other.
Would be tempted to assume that's because you're not used to the vigorous arm movement, but we all know that to not be true.
1:39 on the clock. Done an unbelievable job here, Rich. Oh, side. Heavy jam, isn't it?
Real throaty. Yeah, and yet again, another great set from Piersma on a tight pass.
Oh, bump cutting on one. Those are a few of my favorite things. 3 seconds left. Short ball. Mahno's. Oh, just slicing one away. And the goal.